Hey everyone, this is a review on the Stila Longwear Foundation and Concealer. So I'm going to get right into it. I'm not going to forget to show you the consistency this time. I forgot to do that with the YSL. So I have a sample. I don't have the whole packaging here to show you because, as most of you know, I'm going through samples and I figured I would try a sample every week and then get back to you guys. So I don't have the actual product, but I'm going to insert a picture right now so that you can see what it looks like. Okay, so this foundation is $44. It's your standard 1 ounce foundation, and it does come in 16 shades available. My shade is in Fair, which is number 2, which is quite surprising. There are 16 shades available, and it did receive a 4-star rating out of 5 on the Sephora website. It's more of a creamier, thicker foundation, so it's not as runny, it's not moussey. It's thick, but it doesn't leave your face looking cakey, which I really like. So as you can see, I am just about done with this foundation. Tilting it over isn't going to make it spill, which is nice. So here it is right here. This is a lot of product. This could almost do most of your face. A little bit goes a long way with this foundation, so you have to keep that in mind when you if you ever do purchase it and you take it out to apply it, start with a little bit, work a little bit at a time, because this is a whole lot of product. So you can see right there that it is thicker. It is, like I said, it's creamy. It's not running anywhere. And I'll show you how opaque it is. So rubbing it in just a little bit, that's how opaque it is. This foundation does give more of a medium to full coverage. It can be medium coverage if you start off with a light layer, and you can definitely build it up very easily to a full coverage. So the finish on this, I would say, is not completely matte, but it's more of a semi-matte. And that's a really nice finish. I really like the finish of this foundation. So you can see a line right here. Let me blend that in. So this is the hand with foundation. This is the hand without, which you can definitely see more veining. This just kind of smoothed everything out. So with foundation and without. Okay, so some things that I really liked about this, and by the way, if you're wondering about scent, if there's any fragrance to it, it is extremely, extremely lightly fragranced. So if you wanted to really smell it, you'd have to get your nose up there and really smell it, because it's really so subtle that you don't notice it at all. So if you're sensitive to fragrance like I am, I like fragrance, but I want it to kind of disappear. As I said before, this does that. It just disappears. And like I said, I mean, you'd really have to be getting up close and really, I mean, you'd have to have like super senses, because it's so extremely subtle. Okay, so let me read to you the description of this foundation, and then I'll go ahead and tell you what I thought, some positives and some negatives. Really good reviews on this foundation, and let me go ahead and read to you the description, and then I'll tell you which tools that I preferred as well. Okay, the description. What it is an oil-free foundation and creamy concealer, the ultimate multitasking duo for flawless, breathable coverage. What it does. This pairing features an oil-free, high-definition, high-performance foundation that stays all day and delivers a flawless finish. Unique oxygen technology leaves skin hydrated, nourished, and helps prevent premature aging. The formula's synergistic combination of botanical extracts have been shown to help enhance circulation and blood flow, resulting in an increase of oxygen delivered to the skin. This foundation glides onto skin, immediately going to work to help minimize skin blemishes and imperfections. It is also enriched with an array of skin-loving ingredients, and unlike other long-wearing formulas, innovative extracts help to slow down the onset of premature aging. So you have some good skincare benefits in there. This multitasker also contains a creamy, full coverage concealer inside the foundation's cap and a mini mirror for touch-ups. The easy to blend concealer instantly hides blemishes, dark circles, and age spots, creating an impeccable canvas for flawless makeup application. It comes with a professionally inspired brush and spatula for expert application. So you're actually getting a whole lot for this product. For $44 of a standard 1 ounce foundation, you're getting a creamy concealer. The concealer is going to be the same consistency as far as creaminess goes. I'm not saying it's a dupe, but it's going to be as creamy as the Bobbi Brown. So it kind of looks like this in pot form. And then you're getting a foundation brush with it, which is awesome. So I'll tell you the tool that I found the best to apply it with. The Expert Face Brush I really liked with it, and I know that the F80 and the Expert Face Brush are very similar as far as like density goes, but for some reason I did not care for the F80 with it. I did love the Expert Face Brush. I thought this was an amazing brush for that foundation, as well as the Beauty Blender, or this is a dupe for the Beauty Blender. So if you have a Beauty Blender or something like this, and the Expert Face Brush, those are the two that I really enjoyed with it. I tried it with the stippling brush and it was awful. It was so awful. It did not blend at all. With my hands, you know, I just typically don't even prefer my hands anyway. Using my fingers are a very last option for me in trying a foundation, just because it just creates a mess and I just don't like it. I know it warms up the foundation, but I just don't care for it. So, so those are the brushes that I used. And again, I mean, the positive, just saying alone that it comes with 3 different things, a tool for you to use it with, a concealer, and the actual foundation. You're getting a 3-in-1 product, which is amazing. Okay, so I loved that it comes with a concealer. I love that it's oil-free. I do find it long-wearing. As far as time goes, it started to fade off about a typical certain spots in my face, probably about 9 to 10 hours later. It started to slowly fade away. And then as far as shine goes, I did notice shine again. I feel like with every foundation that I get, you're going to see some shine coming through if you're oily. I don't know, unless you have like an amazing primer. But I saw some shine coming through a few hours later. It doesn't really bother me. It doesn't really influence my purchase. If it was immediately, it would definitely influence my whether I purchase it or not. But because it just showed up a few hours later, just like every other foundation does for me, it's not really a big deal. I like the coverage of this. It was, again, more of a medium to full coverage. And I like the fact that a little bit goes a long way, so you don't need a whole lot of product, and this product's going to probably last you a lot longer than your typical foundations. If I had to pick something I didn't like about this foundation and really pick it apart, I would have to say that I don't like the applicator on this foundation. You know that I prefer pumps in a foundation, so if it were up to me, I would choose a pump, but I'm sure that there is a reason for that. Again, it does come with a spatula form. That's the only negative thing that I could pick if I had to really be picky. So does that influence my purchase? Not at all. The only thing I wonder about with applicators like that is if the foundation is going to be hard to get out once you're towards the end of the bottle. I'm not sure, so I can't judge as far as that goes. Unfortunately, I can't tell you the way that the concealer works on this either, or the brush, because this is just a review based on the foundation alone. I'm sure the concealer is great. You would probably need to set it like you do every other concealer. Overall, I was pleased with this foundation. I have to say it was a really good foundation. I would consider purchasing it. I'm not going to go out and purchase it right away because I have more samples to go through and more foundations to test, and I don't need one right this minute. So I'm going to keep it in mind and just know that I really do like it. And I love that I'm getting a 3-in-1 for $44. You just can't beat that. So if you're looking for a new foundation, I would recommend that you try this. If you like something with more of a full coverage, long wearing, that kind of thing, I would say that, you know, you're better off getting a sample of it. So I hope that this was helpful to you. And if you have any questions or comments, as always, please leave them down below. And I thank you so much for watching, and I welcome all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for subbing, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.